I mean, what was life like for you since you were abroad? Like, because you weren't in America. Were you in a country that had more restrictions?
Um, yeah, yes, I think so, but
Okay.
it's hard for me to say more restrictions because I don't know America
Okay.
BSBWT. I only know South Korea version of it. So to me,
Oh, okay.
it was it was I guess the new normal. And so actually when I was coming back to America, that's when I was like, people aren't wearing masks. Ah, because in Korea, like you have to.
You had to wear a mask,
And
yeah.
also people were wearing masks before COVID happened, you
Oh,
know?
really?
Yeah, because the air pollution was not very good. So I think it was during the summer
Uh,
months, a
okay.
lot of us wear masks regularly because that was you could breathe better. Um, s-
Okay.
so it was just kind of it was for us normal.
Yeah.
There were other things, obviously. We didn't have the whole toilet paper incident. That was
Yeah, I don't know what that was
yeah.
about. People freaked out over toilet paper. They should have been freaking out over like multivitamins.
Uh,
That's what's going to defend you.
yeah. But there's definitely I had a very different experience than other people did, but I can't say it was there were more restrictions or less because I can't compare. I wouldn't know.
Gotcha.
Um, but back to the question of just like family and such, it was very challenging being far away from my family and also not being allowed to visit or them to visit me.
Well, and it also probably the communication was probably also difficult too because you're
Time.
13, 14 hours ahead, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on if you guys had done daylight savings time or not, because we didn't
Yeah.
have daylight savings time.
Yeah. No, nobody
Um,
else does.
yeah, it's true. Uh, so it was challenging, but you also got used to it. Like it became normal.
Yeah.
I think it was just 2 years without seeing my family. Oh,
Yeah.
boy, that was tough.
Yeah.
Um, but like a lot, my family, from my understanding, they all understand and they're also kind of used to it.
Hmm.
But I will say in more recent years, especially since getting back from Korea,
Hmm.
family has become a higher priority.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, it was very much just like if I see my family, I see my family. If I don't, I'll see them again soon.
Sure.
Now it's very much just like, no, I want to be intentional.
Hmm.
And so like for this year, I got to see my family from January to about I think I got to see them until late March.
Okay.
And so getting to be with my family for that period of time was really great. I got to do a bunch of gigs
Hmm.
locally for them. And but I got to have family time.
Yeah.
And then also get Christmas with them and being this in my old age. It's my mature years. I'm very much like just prioritizing family
Yeah.
uh more so than I was.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think
Gotcha.
most of my friends at this point in time are just so used to being like, well, let us know when you're in the area and we'll see you in person.
Yeah.
I will say the gig right now has
Yeah.
been a huge blessing because
Yeah.
I'm so much more local to a lot of my friends.
Hmm.
And I feel like this rarely happens, especially being here for so long.
Yeah.
I get to see Chicago friends, Indy friends,
Yeah.
Michigan friends.
Ohio
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
And family. And I'm just like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember whenever you texted me and were like, yeah, I'm back in India. I was like, sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen you, what, 3 times already this year?
Probably.
That's a record.
That's a record for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. Um, so throughout all of that, I'm curious to know about like how your spiritual life was also kind of looking because I mean
Mm.
you've already of kind of made it a little obvious that you're Christian and everything, but what was your kind of walk through all this sort of stuff? And I guess really what is ultimately your testimony through all this? Like what did you learn spiritually most about yourself and your relationship with God throughout all that?
You ask a lot of
That is
questions.
a loaded
I know, I was
question.
like, which one to go to first? First off, not easy being a Christian and not, this is going to sound like a pessimistic statement, but it's not. But like not belonging anywhere, it's very challenging because I don't have a core group of believers who are always there for me. I remember reading this book that was talking about how like you should find Christian brothers and sisters who are like with you and able to just have these conversations with you in person. So there's a lot more accountability
Mm-hmm.
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the author was talking about how it's good to be able to have your phone call friends and being able to talk to other people about different things going on in your life, but
Yeah.
it's so important to have those in-person relationships. And I'm like, I know, but how? Like,
But how?
yeah, like I'll have them for 5 months or however long I'm in an area, and then my in-person friend group is different. I mean, even where I'm at right now, I had a different group of friends in April through June, and then the show changed, which meant that some of the cast changed, and so now from June to October, I have a different core group of friends who are with me all the time, and then from November will be a couple different clusters of different friends. December will be a different cluster of different friends.
Yeah.
Um, and so it does make it very challenging accountability wise.
Okay.
Um, I'd say that as for growing, a lot of it is trying to find a church in my area who it's like that I can connect to.
One
And
you can trust.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, absolutely. And I would say that I do have a couple churches that I would say these are my churches. Uh, and the only problem is one happens to be in Washington State,
Mm-hmm.
one is in Connecticut. I think those are the ones I'd be like, these are my churches. Yeah, I got the East Coast and the West Coast. We're still working on many other places.
Yeah.
Uh, but they're kind of inaccessible in person. Like I can listen to podcasts, and I do specifically for the Washington one. I have a church kind of in Missouri, uh, but that becomes very challenging, and so it becomes very much just like, all right, God, please help
Guide
me.
me to a good church. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Guide me to a good church, but also help me to be like accountable with God and be able to just have him as my accountability partner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I would say is not ideal. I think that's why God gave us other humans to,
Connection is very important. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so like that, it's very challenging within that. Uh, I'm also a very stubborn person, so it does have its benefits. And one of them is I'm like, I will follow Jesus. I will, no matter how much like the world seems against me. And obviously, I hate to break it to you, but I'm human,
Mm.
so I do make mistakes sometimes, a lot of times. Uh,
Uh,
yeah. So
shame.
I
I
know.
thought you were perfect. I guess
Practically
not.
perfect in
Get
every
off my show.
way. All
No.
right,
Yeah. No.
bye. Gets up and leaves. Um, where am I going? What was I saying?
You were talking about
Practically, I threw
um
myself off by quoting Mary Poppins.
you were talking about having God as an accountability partner.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so it's just like I don't know. It's just very challenging. Oh no, I was talking about stubbornness, being stubborn.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so within like being stubborn, even though I'm not alone, but there are definitely times where I might feel alone,
Mm-hmm.
specifically spiritually, that it's like I know God is with me, and I'm like, there's nothing that can make me think otherwise, because again, stubbornness as a blessing sometimes.
Yeah.
And I am very, very grateful that like he gives us his word that I can bring with me everywhere I go
Mm-hmm.
and been able to read that and grow through that. There's so much access with media.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard to find the right media,
Correct.
but finding podcasts from the church that I was able to go to when I was in Washington, and sometimes even I needed to get back into this, but there was a Bible study that was online that I was trying to go
Okay.
to.
Yeah.
Um, but a lot of it is just having people I can talk to on the phone who I'm like, all right, we're able to talk about Jesus together, and it is such a huge blessing.
Yeah.
And then just spending alone time with God,
Mm-hmm.
um, which definitely important. Have learned a lot about myself.
What
Um,
does that typically look like for you?
what?
Spending alone time with God.
My ideal is to be out in nature
Same.
when there's no bugs. That's the hard time because the bugs. I feel like the bugs are just like little demons that are trying to distract me. Um,
Yeah,
they're
100%. Like I'll be walking. There are some times where I will actually like be on a walk and just kind of just like s- almost looking like a crazy person. It looks maybe like I'm talking to myself, but
yeah.
really I feel like I'm talking to God in those moments.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, so yeah, so this, God, this, get rid of this thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just, yeah,
Distraction. Get
yeah.
away from me, Satan.
And then I'm like, where was I in my prayer? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I love like if I can't just like be outside and reading my Bible
Hmm.
or something like that, then I love running and praying. I feel like it's so
I
fun.
pray while I run, just be like, get me through
No, I don't know. It's
it.
so relaxing. Like it's just so therapeutic for me to run because it gets. I don't know if you know it, but I have a lot of energy a lot of times.
Oh boy.
I know, crazy. Don't have me on caffeine. It's dangerous. Uh, but being able to just like be in movement, and I like to talk when I run already. So being able to then all of a sudden pray,
Yeah.
I'm sure just like you, people are like, "Well, what's that crazy lady doing? Like she's just moving her lips and no sounds coming out,
Yeah.
and what's she doing?"
Yeah.
Uh, but it's really great to just focus on God and be able
Hmm.
to converse with him and really be able to build that relationship with him
Hmm.
through me being able to pray or just sitting and reading my Bible.